You can just use. You're using Windows, right? Or your own Windows OS. You can literally just use Windows Movie Maker. You don't have to download anything crazy like Vegas or something. People underestimate Windows Movie Maker. But if you're trying to like composite, you will need to make. That's right, I got you. You're welcome. Creator. There's very rarely elevation mechanics in this game. There's like I think four dungeons slash raids in the entire game that have elevation mechanics, aka making craters and platforming, platforms raising up and down.
Wrist Mage, haha, XD.
Wait, have you queued it?
You must got a small. That is a small barcade.
Guys, let's see. Mom sounds angry again.
Your mom's kind of funny, dude. XD.
XD. XD. Oh yeah, there's no hitbox. You'll just slide up. Yeah, it's a barrier, not a hitbox. Or what do you want to call it? A hurt box? It's not rendered. That's also not the right word. It has no collision box. It's just a barrier. I'm surprised you can get on it at all. I was never able to get on it.
This person's over here just breaking shit. This person's frustrated. They keep on breaking everything.
As they should be. Your DP. I mean, as a tank, I'd say they're about as long as they should be. To be fair, we got like 3 insta-queues last when we were running.
Just fucking give up. End my suffering. Oh, fuck that. I wanna go out and I wanna keep my dignity when I die. Meaning thing to me, but I mean everything to the people around me. But this isn't as boring as I thought it'd be. Just sitting here crafting with like a bunch of other people.
Crafting is that delish. There are people that hop on the game literally just to craft. That is it.
Just sit here, listen to music, and just have my cursing craft all day. And call hardcore a bitch every now and then. You can't ask for any more than this. This is tranquility right here. Oh my god, I got. Pretty sure this is gonna jump me in levels really high. Alright, I'm level 51. How long has it been? 1 hour? I jumped how many levels from 27 to 51?
What are y'all doing right now?
Power leveling. Hard. Power leveling.
Are you doing it with the mantra of heavy metal?
No.
Then you're not power leveling hard enough.
No, screw that. I'm not a degenerate.
Oh, really? Says the man who hangs out with degenerates.
Not true.
Oh, that's fine.
I'm just debating right now whether or not I want to start off the next stage. I'm in the moment perfectly in between the projects. So it's like, do I want to start off the next stage or do I want to like take a break early? For sure. The question is, what do I do when I take my break? Because if I'm not doing modeling, then I should be doing something else productive. Well, like, that's multitasking. By the way, just letting you guys know.
Oh my god, you're back. Hi.
I've been back. You haven't been paying attention.
I couldn't hear anything for a little bit.
Letting you guys know, I asked Mason to also make a character. I figure if I can handle 4 people, then I'll bring in a 5th person. 5 people I find in the past is a really magical number, but it's always good to step it up slowly, especially when you're out of practice. So, letting you guys know when changes happen. Change has happened.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
What is it? Hilo doing?
No, actually, I think I'll do that.
I'm gonna go get my costume for the
Here,
other worker.
I'll be off for a few moments.
I think that may be the, yeah. Holy crap. Why are you dying? There's like
Good
2
question.
dudes. You've gotta be joking.
Ow, ow, what the fuck? Ow!
The red mage you can have the pitch in. That's crazy.
Red mage just
And if they ask why did you pull so small, just nod and wave.
Cause you gotta tell him, shut up, bitch. Shut your filthy mouth. Yes, this is the lower deck. Just let me load in already.
Oh my god, that card just threw it on me just in time.
How long is this gonna? Alright, I'll be a beat. I'm gonna smack a bitch. Come here, Arthur.
Who are you talking to, you little fucking dwarf?
Shut up, bitch. You
You're
tall
a
lengthy
fucking dwarf.
motherfucker.
Shut the fuck up.
Shut up, you lengthy motherfucker.
I can't hear you from here, dude. Speak up.
Yeah. I can push you. You
Speak
tip
up,
over.
man.
I don't have to speak up.
Nah, you do have to speak up though, because I can fucking hear you, dude.
No.
You're so far down. Hello?
Oh, what? You're so far up there, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, there you go. You can hear me. Shut up, bitch.
Had to put on that fucking hearing
Why
aid
are
to hear
you
you, dude.
about to die? What is going on? It's only 3 dudes. She better be at the top of the DPS chart if she's letting you die like this. She will sacrifice a tank to hit the top of the leaderboard.
Who? Wait, who?
My dears.
Wait, who? Who sacrificed?
This astrologian that we have.
No, they're like in third place.
This is the most anti-sweaty dungeon run ever, and they're still about to let this man die. Somehow. Me? No.
I'm gonna craft my own freaking leather work here. Oh, heck yeah. I think I'm gonna make leather work one of my main jobs. Or main, what's it called, crafting stuff. They got some good shit in here.
No. Just ask him what's going on.
I'm their bitch.
I don't see the problem. No, you're not. And you haven't. And you're complaining. Every healer's
Like,
gonna do
for a
that.
trash pull, he almost died for like no reason.
I mean, he's
No
playing an
idea what
absolute
he's
game,
doing.
so it's okay.
And why are you all the way back there? Man, I love it when range users literally stand at the edge of the arena just because they can. I pulled for a selfless reason, don't worry about it. I was about to run out of a buff and I wanted to use it.
There it is. And I completely agree. Completely agree. I completely agree.
But you didn't die.
I would have said the exact same thing.
It's like the day you die, you hit me up.
If you don't die, then you're not fucking worthy to talk shit. If you die, then sure, talk all the shit you want.
$300 HP, but where did you die though?
Did you
That's
die?
his question. You nearly died, but did you actually die? I think his priorities are in a different place. Kick it, what are you doing? kind of curious to where this conversation's going to go now.
The healer's only already fucking laughing at you. There's no point in saying anything. I don't see the problem at all. You gotta think of it like this: if you have that mentality that every healer has to keep you topped off at all times, then you're playing it wrong.
See, there's one thing the healers that like try to keep you topped off all the time. Yeah, they can get a little excessive.
I deliberately drop you to like 500 HP before I heal you too. I do the same thing. Because it's a fucking waste of damage if you don't do that. Don't worry about it, dude.
The dude who lets me drop the 300.
If you, as a tank, get scared and don't
I
trust
have
your
a
healer, you
problem
shouldn't
with
play a
that,
tank at all. That's how it is. You didn't die. Oh my god, he's being mad! That is the problem though. You didn't die.
No, you gotta leave that in. It's a 2013 video. You gotta leave it in. Whoa. I mean, it would be. Forgive me. My book's about to live again. Okay.
This is comedy to me. Please do keep going.
Seriously. Okay, not this.
You're standing in the wrong spot, by the way. Go to the right.
Should have been too late. Not working. This guy's pretty tanky. Wait. Jesus Christ, Battle Litany came off cooldown. It's crazy. It's the strongest mini boss ever. Oh, he's finally about to die. Oh, you're super strong. Oh, God. Oh, the red mage was dead the whole time? No wonder that took so long. Where is he? Actually, I don't know at what point he died, but he did die.
Not the last 20% of the fight. That's when he died.
We'll have to check back in the footage. Also, hi. We'll just join. What's going to happen when
I
we're-
just put the headphones on, although I heard your voice coming out of the phone. So I have, while in the hobby server, been using an application on my computer and on my phone that turns the phone into a camera.
Oh, sorry.
So I'm curious what the quality is in comparison to just Discord doing its thing. The
Oh no.
the issue with using Discord is if I use Discord, then like I don't see who the fuck's talking and what's going on the camera or on the laptop because it's going through the phone. And where there's like 10 people, you guys know how difficult it is to keep track of who's who and who's talking with that many people. So what you guys see is a stylus pad with the stylus. There we go.
That's what you're going for. Oh yeah, the light blue. Oh snap.
So, what are you guys up to? I am going to learn or relearn how to operate this Fango contraption so when I need to, I can like hop on and quickly draw a sketch of like the location that I have planned for our D&D.
My favorite.
He does design, not art. Not that design isn't art, but
Graphic design is art.
it is, absolutely it is, undeniable. But like I'm trying to get back to the habit of like drawing things from my imagination and design. Well, it is. It is.
I don't have the technical term of what you're trying to.
Graphic design is art. It is creative, but there's a difference between people who only do graphic design versus people who actually do graphic
Why the
art.
fuck don't you follow the team?
Both artists. Both are artists and both are creative, but in my opinion, one's just a little bit more creative than the other.
Let's see if she can control it now.
How long is that gonna last?
A whole minute. Okay,
Oh.
Oh god. Oh man. Might want to pop invincibility. Alright. I have the best healer in the universe. Of course you should. Yeah, it's the corners. Well, you understood a little bit too late, but better late than never. Yo, why am I taking this? I'm dead. Oh, the healer died. Oh, the healer died. Yeah, there's uh, two mechanics. The first one is the easy one. It's the circle. Just stand in the middle. That one, it's like Alexander. You gotta stand in the corner of the triangle. We're having an interesting conversation about graphic design. Graphic design is not what people tout it as nowadays. It's more than just making logos and UI elements. Graphic design for like filmmaking would be literally just art, like designing the graphic appearance of the thing that's in your head. So if you want a set to look, let's say, Western or gaudy or 1920s esque. You would have to be able to design the background, the foreground, characters, etc., etc. It's like just doing art but for a very specific purpose. Specific purpose. Where'd that other guy go? He's way back there. You did it. No, you didn't. How did you get hit by that? This is the easy one. What are you doing? Get in a circle. What are you doing? You gotta take those. You're on your way to have 8 bone stacks again. Essentially, stand at the the glowy, pointy end. You still got that. So. It's crazy. Next. You have got to be. Oh no. Can't wait for that. Stupid boss. That. Yo, where's the provoke? Okay. Okay.
You tell me what the fuck.
Because you're dead. Hello, provoke. What are
Why
you
did you
talking about? You're
provoke?
dead. Hello.
No. No, you're gonna provoke immediately. Everybody else is already on the aggro list. Provoke puts you, I think, isn't it 25% or something like that? It bumps you up 25% up the aggro list.
Good to know.
You can't provoke immediately. You need to do your highest damage combo immediately.
Yay! And knowing
Okay,
is
Snicker.
half the battle.
What would you do if you couldn't provoke?
G.I. Joe.
No. He snickered at my comment. I want to know what his plan of action would be. Oh, that healer bounced.
Stepping away for a moment.
Sorry. Yeah, all the other bosses aren't too bad. It's essentially the Alexander that won the last Alexander fight where he does the triangle AoE marker thingy on himself. It's your gear. I mean, wait, what is your gear? 76. You're fine. It is not your gear. It is you getting hit in the face with 8 bone stacks and surviving somehow. How is that even possible?
Or just spell Voln. It says you're right that you are. Under your minimap. Finding members.
Oh, we got healed. Where is that red mage? Oh. Or her, rather. If you need to know where to go, just follow me. Take a look at that. You don't get many chances to make mistakes. I should have ran to you. My bad. That's a pretty common thingy bosses do. it goes to next. This one. Don't move yet. Oh, it's that red news. Maybe a little bit too... Oh, you weren't even inside. You stand right here. Just follow me. Follow me. You may begin your regularly scheduled DPS. Get that red mage stuff. Those white mages are pretty legit. What do we got this time? The sun. Inside. Right. Inside. He didn't wait till level 2. So. Or maybe it did. I don't know. We will need that. I would suggest putting that on your bar. Nice.
Nice.
But consider we ran all those dungeons earlier, so I'm not surprised.
We didn't do level 60 normal raids. Why not?
Don't get me
How
wrong,
dare
I'm
you.
glad those travellers made it all the way to Navartha Reng.
Day. No, Scholar is level 64, sir. I was using that for a level, the regular level.
But when Urianger told me the Talos was in pieces, and the trolley didn't look much better, I couldn't help wondering what in the hells had gone on.
What indeed? At least the heart is in one piece. The rest is replaceable. Looking at this mess, though, it's a miracle they survived.
You can say that again. What the? Are you seeing this?
The sky. It...
At last, night has returned to Amareng. We'll save this broken world yet, Tesleen. You see if we don't.
No doubt retreating in the wake of the Warden's demise.
Back to Calusia, the last refuge of light.
Home to our dear Lord Vorthry, who will no doubt do everything in his power to thwart us. As well he should, for defeat there would spell the end for both him and his heavenly host. There the fate of this star shall be decided.
Sometimes the dead would rather not be disturbed. But enough about me. What of Armorang? I see. Minfilia's gone, then. Which means the reason I must suffer this purgatory shall forever remain a mystery.
What's the matter? Are you all right?
What just happened? Minfilia said my time had not yet come. That I still had a role to play. Not even the most valiant heroes can stand alone. No, it couldn't be. There's only one hero in this room, and it is not me. I'm just a shadow, cursed to wander.
Forgive the intrusion, but Minfilia, that is, Reen, and the others were asking after you. Is everything all right? That pain again? And did it pass? Thank goodness for that. I would not wish to see you suffer. Though I know only too well how much you have suffered on our behalf in recent days. Indeed, I have no right to impose upon you further. Nevertheless, I must ask one thing of you. That you survive this, no matter what. When the dust settles, you must return to your world, for the battles to come, and the wars yet unwon. The final Light Warden is all that stands between us and victory. There is still much we must do to prepare, but for now, I will see if there is aught that may remedy the strange affliction which plagues you. Yes, I believe it will. Once the tyranny of light is ended, the people of the Crystarium will be safe, and the future that must be shall come to pass. I'll not keep you from your rest any longer. Take as much time as you like. There you are. May I assume you've had your fill of rest? That is well. Now that we are all present, let us speak of our plan. Thus far, we have vanquished 4 Light Wardens, restoring night to much of Norvrand. Only one remains, that of Calusia. And with Reen to guide us, I am certain we will find it.
We're so close now. If we can just take care of this one last Warden, we'll rob the Sin Eaters of their final foothold and drive them out of Norvrand once and for all. It will be a new beginning for the First. A chance for the people to rebuild their world.
In short, a prize worth fighting for.
And in thus delivering the First from destruction, so too shall we unsow the seeds of the 8th Umbral Calamity.
Do you hear? Your dreamed of rejoining is in jeopardy. Are you sure you're not tempted to intervene?
You labor under the misapprehension that vanquishing the Sin Eaters is tantamount to saving the world. It is not. In truth, you only delay the inevitable, lengthening your fleeting lives by the smallest of margins. Twould be churlish of me to deny you this small concession, close as we've become. Foolish and misguided though you are not without charm. Each and every one of you is possessed of a noble heart. When the weak want for succor, you do not hesitate to provide it. Alas, your nobility is short-sighted. You think only of the problem in front of your nose. A limitation of your ephemeral existence.
Our lives may seem short and insignificant to the likes of you, but one does not need to be an eternal being to achieve lasting change.
If I may stop you there, I do not claim that we Ascians are special. That is another misconception. In the beginning, everyone lived nigh for eternity. Such was the natural order of things. But like so much else, this was taken from you. You won't object if I borrow your plaything? In the distant past, when the world was one and whole, a great calamity threatened all life. It began without warning. The very laws of the star were warped and broken, and chaos swiftly spread throughout the land. Faced with annihilation, we sought to imbue the star with its own will. Thus was Zodiac born, and by his power was order restored. Ere long, however, thankless fools began to fear that Zodiark's might was too great, and so they conjured another to keep him in check. Your own dear Hydaelyn.
And the two beings waged war until, with a single devastating blow, Hydaelyn unmade Zodiark, scattering his being across space and time. So you told us in the Katana Ravel.
Yes, yes. And there began our woes, with Hydaelyn's blow and all that it wrought. As a counterbalance to Zodiark, Hydaelyn was created with the power to enervate her foe. This singular ability strikes not at such banal things as flesh, but everything that defines the target, diluting its existence. For example, were she to strike you, two individuals, identical in appearance yet reduced in all respects, strength, intelligence, the soul itself, all is halved. Do you see? This self-same fate befell not only Zodiark, but the very star. Only 3 were fortunate enough to escape the Sundering. Me being one of them. When I beheld the shattered remnants of our home, I knew deepest despair. The inhabitants of these 14 fragments were feeble, frail and foolish, oblivious to their imperfection, ignorant of their past. Malformed creatures thrashing blindly about. Pitiful, disturbing, depressing. So, we took it upon ourselves to rejoin the worlds. But in our eagerness and, I confess, our ignorance, we erred and made a useless void of the 13th. It was only afterwards that we discovered a connection twixt source and shard, a flow of energy that maintains elemental balance. And thus did we arrive at our time-honored modus operandi.
From a purely Ascian standpoint, it could be said that what you seek to do is only logical. But that would be to ignore the immeasurable destruction wrought with each rejoining. You have murdered millions, and this we cannot condone.
By your fragmented existence, you continue to give rise to tragedies far crueler than any calamity. But yes, moral relativism and all that. Case in point, I do not consider you to be truly alive, ergo I will not be guilty of murder if I kill you. Oh, don't look at me like that. You for whom I have only the highest expectations. A vaunted hero of the Source, 7 times rejoined. Long have I awaited one who might brave a path of lesser tragedy. A resilient soul able to endure the necessary pain. I dare to hope that my wait is over. So, finish your task and slay the Light Warden. Make proof of your usefulness, and then we may speak again.
Forgive me, my lord, but this could not wait.
Speak freely, Captain.
Our informant in Colusia sends word of unusual activity in Yulmore. It appears their forces are entrenching themselves at key points throughout the city, making ready for an attack by all indications.
An intriguing use of resources. I rather doubt Lord Vorthry is concerned for the safety of his citizens.
You think he's harboring the Light Warden inside the city walls? Even if he does have some means of controlling the Sin Eaters, wouldn't that be a little risky?
Risky or not, if there is even a chance the Warden is hiding there, we will need to act fast. The longer we wait, the better prepared the Yulmorans will be.
Agreed. See to your preparations then and make for Colusia. God's willing, this hunt will be the last. Let us see it through to the end.
We should begin by assembling in Rite. There we may assess the situation in Yulmore and decide how best to proceed.
Oh, I can build the requirements for level 7. Oh yeah, things are starting to get pretty bad. What in the world? Why are my abilities screwed up? No, this person's doing the same thing we're doing right now. Long live the Lord. Lord of being a badass. Investigating this.
I'll be back, folks. Issue with my graphics card.
Yeah. Oh, you're gonna want to know this part.
Strange. Passing strange. By their behavior, we may safely assume that they are under Vorthri's mind control.
What, so you can hear me talk? Hold up. Wait, is that good? Oh, alright, yeah.
Yet the extent of the effect seemeth to vary dramatically between subjects. It is far too pronounced to be attributed simply to the vagaries of innate magical resistance.
Curiouser and
There we go.
curiouser. We met with no trouble en route.
So it's
My
just now
thanks for
me and you,
securing the way.
Dice?
But given the state of the townsfolk, I see we were never in any danger of being recognized.
What can you tell us from here?
I sense a powerful eater in the uppermost reaches of the city. But there's something different about it. Its light is impure. We need to get closer.
Oh, so that one's Alphino. Well, unless you're triplets.
Kaishir, what are you doing here?
While I was scouting the area, I noticed a suspicious figure skulking about. So I accosted him, only to have him call me Alphino. I thought it best to bring him along.
You see, that informant who's been feeding secrets to the Crystarium, it's me. See, after you saved my life in Yulmore, I thought about going somewhere far away, but I couldn't just leave, not without paying you back. So I decided to stay here, keep an eye on things, and whenever I spotted something strange, I shared it with your friends.
That took no small amount of courage. Well done.
I assume you saw what
Stepping
happened
away
here.
for a moment.
Right, so an airship flew in a bit ago, and not long after, Vorthri starts ranting and raving. You could hear him from all the way out here. Geezer was doing his nut, shouting and screaming like someone had nicked his pie.
'Tis like the airship bore the soldiers sent to thwart our efforts in Armorang.
So eventually the yelling dies down, and then this hot, sticky wind comes blowing through. Now that's when everyone went funny. No, everyone but me. Well, me and a couple of newcomers, though even they started mumbling about Vorthri after a while. Not
newcomers.
There's something I need Reen to see. This was among the townfolk's food stores.
Oh, that's just meal. Yulmore doles the stuff out.
No, it couldn't be. I know what it is. It's Sin Eater. Meal is made out of Sin Eater.
Now you're starting to get it.
So it is. In limited quantities, it may have little effect on an average individual. Yet if one were to consume it regularly, over a period of several years, I suspect it would do far, far more than merely nourish the body.
That Vorthri wieldeth power over Sin-Eaters is known. Could it be that those who partake of their flesh do thereby render themselves susceptible to his influence? It would serve to explain why the town's newer arrivals succumbed less quickly than those raised on a diet of meal.
He's been rounding up Sin-Eaters and feeding them to people. Altering them mouthful by mouthful, all to stop them answering back. There are desperate souls out there killing themselves to escape turning. This is unforgivable. An atrocity.
Oh, there's a little bit more to it.
These Sin-Eaters. What if they are not simply rounded up? Do you remember what we were told when first we came to the city? Many enter, but none leave.
He turns his own people into Sin-Eaters, then he feeds them to the rest.
Let us put an end to it. To this paradise built upon the bones of the poor. Vorthri's deeds are beyond justification. Beyond forgiveness. Evil.
It's highly probable that the Light Warden is waiting for us somewhere in there, and I'm all for going after it.
I don't know if they turn into Sin-Eaters first, or he kills them and he feeds them because they have a lot of Sin-Eater crap in them. So it's essentially cannibalism.
But our enemies know our faces. They know that we are coming, and they will not let us through without a fight. Like it or not, the time for stealth is past. Now, my friend, if you would be so good as to lead the charge.
Well, you remember when he said nobody leaves, and this has been going on for 100 years, or a little bit less actually, like 30. So the people who die in between that time, either they turn into Sin-Eaters or they've eaten enough of that meal, I guess, to be considered Sin-Eater. So either he kills them, to turn them into food, or they turn into Sin-Eaters. I don't know which one it is. Yeah. No. See, nobody leaves, so he may be using the whole entire body before they turn into a Sin-Eater. So I mean, No, at, no, at that point they would know because you just tearing their bodies apart. No, that's what I'm saying. They purely die. That's why he's being keeping it a secret. No, no, no. Before they turn into sin eaters, that's one thing. Yeah, it does rely on the base of other Final Fantasy games. You won't completely understand the world if you didn't understand Final Fantasy's other games. Yeah. 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 So Pirate's playing FF14 somehow, but he's not at the same time.
I can feel it. A dark presence in my domain.
None. None.
Ah! It's them! The villains who would sow chaos in my perfect paradise!
Jeez.
Keep them away from me! I command you! Keep them away!
Long live Lord Vor-3.
He would use his own people as shields.
This area is older than Gate Town. There are bound to be far more civilians under Vor-3's control. But they do not act of their own free will, and we must not harm them.
As if we ever would. Press on with Alphano. We'll hold off the civilians and join you as soon as we can.
No. Just the hairstyle's different.
Holy shit! I managed to log in finally.
Oh yeah, well I kind of like the rosy red color, skin color instead of pale white.
I finally managed to log into Final Fantasy. No, this time I took a screenshot of my fucking ID and I also edited it so it has my password right under it. No way I'll forget it now. Yeah, but this, no, yeah, I know, but now I have it on my phone, right? Like, I took a picture of everything, it's on my phone, so in case I forget it, I know what it is.
Try and stop me!
Keep it up!
And I got my, I got access to my account now. Like, I can play again. I can finally got somebody. What did I press on the plate, I think?
May the 12
Yeah,
guide
guys,
you.
make me some legendary equipment.
Nope.
Good enough, come on.
You ain't getting no legendary equipment from me unless you pay me.
Make me some legendary level 25 equipment. Actually, what level am I in?
Yeah, what's it enough? You gotta pay me. If you want legendary stuff, give me 2 million.
I'm not asking you, I'm asking Dice.
Dice, no, Dice ain't gonna give you shit just cause. That's way too expensive. Just for him to be like, alright, I'm gonna give you that.
Yes, he will. He's good friends. David, come on. I played Dark Souls with you. Come on. What'd you say? No, I won't. That shit is fun.
You can give me from here.
But seriously though, when are we gonna get back to Dark Souls 2? How about tomorrow? It's like 2 o'clock in the morning for me now. Almost 2 o'clock in the morning for me.
How about you finish the story today or tomorrow actually? Because you're just right there.
I'll finish tomorrow. I got my account restored today, so like in the morning I'll probably go to sleep soon.
Pay me back later.
Mordor? Oh, Mordor.
I went and I got to, you know, that Huntsman's Corpse or whatever it's called. In Dark Souls.
No, they're actually dead.
I'll break your funny bone.
You didn't think it was killing the senators from 50 to the people. Yeah, I thought they were cool too.
Back.
But then I'm just like, yeah, they still do bad shit, so they have their own free will.
Toodaloo! A gift for you.
At the last moment, I decided to grate up some cheese and put it in the mashed potatoes. I'm fucking brilliant. And he went to bed. Let me feed demons to my subjects.
Essentially, he's being
Okay, what's the effect?
pretending to send it. Oh, that'll be explained here in a second.
You will find my master in his chamber.
I'm finally get to kick his ass.
But only should you kill me this day. And you will not.
It's just a comment. It's almost like you're Kazuma. Just in the back making little comments. Yes, I'm Kazuma. Yes, I will certainly kill you. You will not kill me here. Yes, I will.
You may think me under his spell, but I uphold Lord Vorthry's ideals of my own volition.
He does. Oh yeah, we should continue watching Konosuba.
You mean the Fate series?
Fate series, y'all watching Fate series? There you go.
Man is an inherently flawed creature. In his vain pursuit of righteousness, he but sows the seeds of future conflict. Thus, have I chosen to place my hopes upon he who has transcended men, upon he who is unbound by the vagaries of conscience. But enough talk. I am a soldier, and you are my enemy. Come, let us settle this once and for all.
Punches. Punch him in the anus.
That's a bit aggressive, don't you think?
Yeah. Rip out his spinal cord through his mouth. Do I get a fairy cage? Tell his mom gay. Ooh, a fairy gauge, that's nice. I want to change it a little bit. What? Yeah. I think you can only do stuff in between those intervals. The what? Yeah. Oh yeah, if you move away, then you can't do it anymore. So it's like, alright, what do I do now? Force reset, yeah. So start all over. That's why I don't like that one. But I can actually make the other one, which sucks. I like how it is on PvP. Just destroyed everything in here. Holy crap. Yeah.
Hatred for who? Ah.
Lord Vorthri! Your reign of tyranny is at an end! For too long you have preyed upon the desperation of the poor. Now you will answer for the suffering you have caused! And if you harbor even a shred of remorse, I beseech you to use your powers to redress the balance. For the future of all in Norvrant.
No, it can't be. This is wrong. It's wrong. The Warden, it's not just a Sin Eater. It's a man.
Remorse? For the future of all? What nonsense is this? There is no justice but mine. No future but mine. No will but mine. It is preordained. I was born to deliver this wretched world. Me? Unseated? No. It's impossible. Inconceivable. Absurd. I am a great and wise king. Greatest and wisest. I reign from on high. I will not be brought low by maggots like you! Ah! Oh, yes. Of course. I can begin again. Rebuild my paradise. Once I finish my dinner.
Oh God, no. Stop him! Thancred, stop him!
Where did he go? What in the heavens?
Did Vorthri do that?
Wait! That is Mount Golg, the highest peak in Calusia. It lies on the other side of a sheer cliff, and much as I wish it were otherwise, it is beyond our reach for now. But even if it weren't, there are people here who need our help.
Oh, Alphino.
Please, even if it's only to tend to their wounds. Thank you.
I don't know if it will work, but if Vorthri's hold over the people is rooted in light, I might be able to reverse its effects. Will you let me try?
Of course. We'd be grateful for any help you can provide.
Well then, if it's decided, let's all get to work.
Well, the next part is really good story-wise. Yeah. Hey. All the in-game people.
You're going to be all right.
Hey, Kirby's back.
I think that's the last of them.
We've done all we can for the wounded.
Hey, Kirby's gone now.
As for the rest...
Kirby's hiding right now.
Aren't you Alphino? The painter boy? What in the world is going on? Did something happen to us?
Let me handle this. Citizens of Yulmore, what I'm about to tell you will come as a shock. Indeed, you may be loath to believe it, but if you trust the evidence of your senses, it is my hope that you will listen and accept the truth, unpalatable though it may be. Vorthri is a Sin Eater. Everything he offered, everything he promised, was a lie.
They're not taking it well, and who could blame them?
Are you saying we were Vorthri's puppets all this time?
When you attacked us, you were not yourselves. That much is true. But your conduct prior to that moment was your own. Vorthri's unnatural charisma does not absolve you of all responsibility. Of your own free will, you came to this city and gave yourselves over to its pleasures. And in the course of this, if you mistreated those less fortunate than you, then that too was of your own free will. It is not for me to judge you, but for your victims, for history, for your conscience. You have dreamed a twisted dream, but now you are awake. You may yet share this world of ours. Join with us and each other, that we might begin anew. We've lost so many already. We dare not lose any more. I have said my piece. There is nothing more to be done here. Let us go after Vorthri.
Is there anything we can do to help? You risked your lives to bring us to our senses, and I, for one, hope to repay that debt. Begin anew, as you said.
Vorthri has fled to Mount Gulg, and we mean to pursue him. Do any of you know the way?
The only way to Mount Gulg is over the Bright Cliff. Have you an airship?
We will contemplate flight only as a last resort. Were we to come under attack whilst airborne, we would have little hope of defending ourselves. If at all possible, we would prefer to travel by land. Is there a way?
Well, the ladder is the only way up and down the cliff, but it hasn't moved in a long time. In the old days, it was operated by the mining folk who lived at the top. But after the flood, it saw less and less use, and when Lord Vorthri took control, it was abandoned altogether.
So we somehow need to get the ladder working again.
It moves by means of a Talos, if that's any help. But good luck repairing that.
Talos? Did someone say Talos? You know all about them, don't you, dearest? If anyone can get this lift moving, it's you.
Well, perhaps. But see here.
Oh, yes. If you want the golem restored, you may leave it to my husband. For he happens to be the heir to Daedalus Stoneworks, foremost makers of Talos, whose contracts include the renowned mining venture of Armoreng.
Well, it's been years and years since I had anything to do with it. I can't just pick up a hammer and set to work.
You can't?
No, that... All right. I will take a look at the Talos.
Hello.
Beyond that, I make no promises.
I think it's getting a bit too hot to play video games, so I'm logging off because I'm having issues loading and saving. Hey, it's what happens in the summertime when you don't have AC. We don't have AC. No. Since Dad moved in, he never bothered to update the AC. He just got himself a small AC unit, put a hole in his wall, and his bedroom's been AC'd since he's moved in here, but the home hasn't. It was cheaper. Well, at the time, it's cheaper for him to spend like $100 on a small AC unit and about $20 in supplies instead of like a $2,000 or $3,000 to update and replace the old AC unit. He moved in about 6 years ago, 7 years ago. That's actually something I'm planning on doing when and if I get a job. Then I'm going to hang out in his home still for a year or two more and help him like pay off and update the home. Because if something happens right now and he needs to leave, he'll be operating at a loss. But if we update the home, repair it, and fix everything, then if he needs to sell it, it'll be at a, well, maybe not at a plus, but it won't be at a loss at the time, if that makes sense. Yeah. If we invest the money now, it still might be a loss on the overall spectrum of the thing. But when he moves out, it will be an even at that date, and that's what's important. Besides, I mean, the man's giving me free rent and free food, so when I get back on my feet, it's the least thing I can do. He is not giving me the royal treatment. I am cooking, I am cleaning, I am walking his dog, and making sure his ass eats food. Royal treatment I am not getting. But free rent and mostly free food. I still drop about $100 by the end of the month on grabbing milk and eggs, which is totally reasonable. So he mostly pays for the food. So yeah, I'm grateful for the relatively easy situation that I have. Good night.
Those with strong backs, come with me. I'll need help dragging the damn thing out of the storehouse.
You really do.
Well done, brother.
What are you, Cray? Oh, the game.
Come, my friend. We have work to do.
Loyalty is something definitely to respect. Details. Who needs them? All right. I guess that leaves me and Teddy to sweet talk each other behind your back.